Get through the right morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jodie and Hazy on Nova.
Online dating. What a perilous space it is.
It's tough. It's tough out there.
It's rough. I'm sure some people have success and they live happily ever after. However, my sister-in-law, who's the mother of two beautiful children, my niece and nephew. Anyway, she's decided to dip her toe back into the water, so to speak. And when I speak of feet, it's very, very pertinent at this point.
You've got to be careful where you're sticking your toes these days because...
Okay, so she sent me a screenshot of a conversation she was having with a boy, and she said he was a lovely boy. They were having nice conversations and everything was going okay until it wasn't. He said, I just need to let you know that I have a bit of a boot fetish.
Oh, boot fetish. Cool.
Everything stops when I'm with you. So slide over here. Tell me the truth. I know you love me wearing nothing but your boots.
Bang. How good. A boot fetish.
Yeah.
So not foot, the things on top of the feet.
What do you mean?
Boot fetish.
Yeah, so wearing boots. Wow. So basically he said, look, this is my thing. And she said, righto, I need you to expand a little bit. I'm not quite sure how to take this comment. He was like, fair enough. The easiest way to explain it is that I feel a bit of a sexual attraction to women in long boots.
Wow. Very nice.
Not just any boots, though. Got to be the right kind of boots, the right occasion. And yes, it does extend to the bedroom.
Okay, so hang on. Just the boots?
Just the boots,
Like
I assume.
nothing else?
I assume.
So,
Yeah. I mean, no, he didn't really go into that.
I mean, this is work, so let me just research that in my mind, what that might look like.
Yeah.
Yeah, not in bed, thanks. Take the boots off. Just wash the sheets. And if this is happening, it's Auntie Jodie's house. She's got a little toy cavoodle which craps everywhere. Yes. It could be pooing those boots.
Yes, it could be. Very much so. So needless to say, that ended fairly abruptly. And my sister-in-law was like, well, I guess it was my fault. I asked him his interests. I'm like, well, okay.
Good on her for taking ownership of the situation.
And I'm like, yeah, I mean, God forbid he'd come back with like, yeah, I'm into the football. Like, I really like the Port Adelaide Football Club.
Boring.
And then he takes it a step further and says, like, I want black, white and teal boots.
Yeah, right, black teal boots. I'll wear my footy boots in bed with my Port Adelaide number 18 Guernsey. Now we're on.
David Spears, okay, if you've been living under the proverbial rock, was the leader of the opposition, the state opposition, the Liberal Party. He resigned not so long ago. So this is the timeline of how things rolled out, Hazy. So he was arrested in Berry on the 26th of September, okay? And then the Advertiser published photos of him allegedly doing a white substance a week later. So the police commissioner and the premier were made aware that he'd been arrested but said nothing. And it wasn't until the Advertiser got their hands on this video and these photos till it all came out.
Sorry, question, because you know me, I need sock puppets to explain this thing. So what was he arrested for on the 26th?
So arrested for drug supply. So
that was
two counts of drug supply.
Okay.
So, yeah, how it's all panned out has been really super interesting. When he was confronted by the Advertiser, he was like, well, that's AI. That's not me. That's a deep fake.
We've all used that excuse. It's go-to excuse these days, isn't it?
Isn't it? But then he did a video, an Instagram video on the weekend of him sitting in a forest, what appears to be a forest, sitting talking to the camera. The wind noise is very distracting, I have to say. But he basically said, this is a bit of a conspiracy from the high levels of Parliament and the police department to set me up.
My home has been raided by armed police and I was arrested and I was questioned. I believe there's someone pretty sinister behind this. And while I am personally devastated by what has happened, I'm equally concerned about what is actually the use of state government power against someone who is a political opponent.
Interesting, isn't it?
It's very interesting.
And then there were allegations that at the Midwinter Ball, which is basically it's a collection of politicians and media and high levels of government that all come together.
Wankfest. Sorry. Sorry, I got something caught in my throat.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
And the Premier does a speech. The Premier's speech was elite. It was epic, as you would expect from Peter Malinowskis. And then Dan Cregan. Then David Spears got up, and he was a bit out of sorts, I have to say, on the night. I thought, well, A, you're competing with Hot Mally, which is hard.
Good luck.
But B, he did look fidgety and nervous on the night. But I thought, and there were people that came out speaking about this ball over the weekend, there's supposed to be this gentleman's agreement that you don't talk about it. What happens at the ball stays at the ball.
Oh, okay.
So it was very interesting that there were some people that sort of ingratiated themselves into the middle of the David Spears story and revealed what happened that night, because it's an unwritten rule that you don't talk about it.
Oh, there you go. And it's been talking about. At the Midwinter Ball,
Yep.
how many times have you been? What's it like?
Oh, it's interesting.
I've yet to make my debut,
I
unfortunately.
mean, you were invited, weren't
It's
you?
on the to-do list.
You were invited and you didn't come, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, what was I doing at home? Oh, that's right. I was doing nothing. That's a shame. Hey, next year, baby.
I'm taking you next year.
Okay,
I'm
great.
going to make sure you come next year.
Yes.
I don't know. It's a really weird vibe. It's like there's people there that you don't really want to see or talk to.
Yeah,
so
great. Looking forward to doing a ghosty just like David Spears.
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jodie and Hazy's Naughty at 6:40.
Jodie sometimes gets very, very nervous during radio, like really, really sort of uncomfortable, you know. This is where you really shine and you can be yourself.
Okay, I'm trying to work out the last time I got nervous doing radio. I've been doing it for 7,000 years. I think I'm okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is where you really shine and you can really, really be yourself and just let it flow. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about porn, shall we?
See, I told you.
This story is extraordinary. Passengers, including young children on a Qantas flight from Sydney to Tokyo, got a lot more than they bargained for when a steamy adults-only film was shown on every screen.
Nice.
You can applaud it.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
So, due to technical issues with the in-flight entertainment on Qantas flight QF59 to Japan, individual film selection wasn't available. So, the film picked by a majority of passengers without their choice or selection was R-rated Daddy-O.
That's a great flick, by the way. I haven't seen it.
Which features explicit sexual material, graphic nudity, exposed genitals, and sexually charged text messages. Woo! And it certainly did offend some passengers on the flight. Someone took to Reddit and said Qantas played an inappropriate movie to the whole plane. There was no way to turn it off.
Wow. Imagine. I think it's great publicity for Daddy-O, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Because no one's hearing about this movie otherwise.
What is Daddy-O? I don't know what Daddy-O is.
Well, look at you. Like, look at me. Jodie's winking right now. Does anyone know what it is, except for there's a few racy pictures of it now via Qantas Flight Entertainment?
Yeah, I genuinely don't know what it is. Is it just like a website? What is it?
Daddy-O?
Yeah.
Is it a movie or is it a website? What's going on? It's a
a
movie.
movie.
It's a proper movie.
Oh, who's your Daddy-O?
A bluer type of movie. We going back to this, isn't it? The whole weird thing, calling someone who's your daddy?
Yeah, that's gross.
Because reverse that stuff, who's your mummy? That's just shocking, isn't it? Imagine you having special cuddle times with Greg and you yelling to him and he's whispering in his ear, who's your mummy?
So bizarre.
Isn't it bizarre?
Stop doing that. I mean, who hasn't been in a situation, though, where you've got a little bit of porn running and then someone walks in and you've had to literally
Yeah, spot on.
scramble?
Spot on. What are you? You're like an extra in an American Pie from back in the day or something? That's happened to you, is it?
No, I know a story, though, about, I'll just say the sport. In cricket circles, there was a cricket coach who was about to make a presentation to the Australian cricket team. And it was off his laptop. Yeah. And so there's a projector there. So they're in like a boardroom.
Oh, yes, classic.
And he smashes play on his presentation. And then just porn comes up on the screen. And he's had to jump in front of it, which made it worse, of course, because the projector showed the porn on his chest and stomach.
Right. Okay. Like it was tattooed on him. And he's like, I'm so sorry, boys. I'm so sorry, boys. You got this.
But at the same time, wow.
Wowee. There you go.
I fear you may have a very serious ailment
I fear you're correct.
Some may just think that you don't listen, that you're just a bit lazy around the house. Oh, no. Because there's a new study that's come out that has shown that you might have PDA, not public displays of affection.
Good, because I definitely don't have that.
Yes. But you might have pathological demand avoidance.
Oh, sounds about right.
Okay, so a female psychologist has done the entire female race a disservice by coming out with this study. Simply put, those with PDA feel compelled to avoid anything they don't want to do or anything that is perceived as a demand.
Yes. Am I right, guys? Am I right?
Okay. So
all the lads together. Yeah. Fist bump.
if your husband has PDA, he'll find it impossible to pick up those plates and put them away. Don't write them off as stubborn, difficult or selfish when the reality is, apparently, according to this study, they're living with constant self-loathing and an inability to move through daily life.
Let me guess. Your husband also has PDA.
Oh, he doesn't listen. There's no question. He's good around the house, doesn't listen. How does PDA manifest, you may ask?
Great question.
Awesome question. When someone with PDA is asked to do something, they may feel anxiety, palpitations, a headache or a stomach ache, and they might break out into a sweat.
Hey, do the dishes, Greg. Oh, my tummy hurts now. I'm so sweaty. I can't. Just let me sleep this off. Let me sleep these symptoms off.
Can I give you an example of how I know that you have PDA? Tell everyone what happened the other day when your wife, Cara, arranged for you to have your car traded in. She did all the background work, organised a new car for you. You had one job.
Yes, and I think I did a reasonable job of it, and that was to drop the car off at the dealership.
Yeah.
Which was fine. And we went there. I said goodbye to the car. I said thank you very much to the car salesman, and then off I trotted to work. It was 2 days later I realised I'd left my wallet in that car.
Oh, my God!
And then I called Cara at the time, and I got the I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed speech.
Okay, I'm the poster child for shingles. You're the poster child for PDA.
Oh,
you had one job, you didn't listen properly, and also you had two things to remember: phone and wallet.
Yeah.
Phone and wallet. The fact that you forgot your wallet and it took you 48 hours to realise that PDA.
I know, PDA. And I got that speech. Oh, you'd forget your head if it wasn't screwed on.
Oh, well, that is true.
How many times do you reckon I've heard that?
Oh, how many times have you walked into this studio just a neck? Just a neck.
Where's his head? Oh, he forgot it again. Great. Got to talk with his hands again.
Now that's a joke.
That was a joke.
That's a joke. A joke. That's a terrible joke.
Yep. Best way to start the working week. We've said that since day dot. Just a little small prick, and then goes a little injection of humour.
And it infiltrates your entire body, and here we go.
Feels good almost immediately.
Yeah, so true.
Who wants to kick us off this morning?
I will.
Producer Zoe, you want to set the tone nice and early? What do you got?
Yep. You want to hear a joke about a roof?
Yes.
First one's on the house.
Short and effective too.
And also don't dance.
Very dance. Yeah.
I was happy with that.
Traditionally in this space, and you're still learning in this space, producer Zoe, we don't usually dance after our go in celebration.
As a general rule.
Slick.
Hey, I had an incident on the weekend, Hazy. So I was at the supermarket and I was just standing in the self-checkout area just doing my business.
Okay.
And there was a guy next to me and he cracked on to the girl next to him.
Oh, my God.
And asked her to go on a date and she said yes. And it was a very unexpected item in the bagging area.
Jodie's dancing. Great.
Hey.
Great.
Is yours dance worthy?
All right, you're up.
Anyway, have you guys heard of the blind Cyclops brothers?
No.
Yeah. Neither had I. Producer Flash thinking about it. Neither had I.
That's very good. I like that.
And weren't they all short and sharp as
That's
well?
real short and sharp.
Oh,
We've
God.
still got 2 minutes left.
Jodie and Hazy, song.
Isn't this a fun game? I love fun.
All right, let's get this out of the way. Get it over and done with for
Producer
Tuesday.
Zoe, welcome.
Good morning.
Hi,
Good
Zoe.
morning.
For those who are just tuning in for the first time, can you explain this game And also just explain where Jodie's at
Sure.
within this game.
So this is a really fun and happy and optimistic game we play where we have Nova hits and throwbacks orchestralised. You guys play for a listener. It's the best of 3. Things are tracking quite well for some. Jodie is on 12, pretty good. Hazy's on 23. So
Wait, is that just this year?
that's this year, Jodes.
Can't do the maths on that.
No, because sometimes you guys draw.
that means we've had like 35 weeks already this
No,
year.
sometimes you draw.
Okay.
So you both get a point. Either way, you're drastically behind. So we're on the
Thank you.
comeback train.
We're just sort of getting to the stage of the year where you need to sort of count how many weeks are left of the
I
year
know.
and whether Jodie can physically make a comeback.
We might start doing the like triple points for 1 week, that sort of thing, just to see how we go.
Super shot
maybe.
netball.
Sure about that.
Yeah, we'll have to see how we go. Either way, you've got a couple of listeners that you're playing for Wallace Cinema Family Passes. Bobby from Onkaparinga Hills is with Team Hazy this morning.
Hi, Bobby.
Morning, how you going, guys?
Morning, Bobby.
Thank you. Don't encourage him, Bobby. Thank
No,
you.
and Kerry from Aldinga Beach is on Team Jodes.
Go, Jodie.
Hello, Kerry.
There you go,
Oh.
go Jodes.
Apologies. Let's go.
Come on, don't do that. This week,
Sounding
I will
confident
say,
there, Kerry.
Yes.
I think this week they're all really easy.
Okay.
So we'll see how you go. Song number 1.
Hazy,
Go on.
Tones and I, Dance Monkey.
Oh,
Well done. Yeah, he's done a good job.
Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. I never seen anybody do the things
Oh,
you
Jodes.
do before.
That was good from you.
That was good from Hazy.
It was good.
Good tune, isn't it, Jodie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see your hips shaking, Jodes.
Yeah.
They're not at all.
Nothing
Stone.
You're not feeling it, Jodie. You're not feeling
I'm
the vibe. What's going
a
on?
statue right
No,
now.
that's okay because you're in the zone because you're going to nail this next one. Song number 2.
Sure that. Hang on. Jodie,
Go on.
Is that Wonderwall Oasis?
Well done, Jodie Odie.
She's back.
She's back.
You're gonna be the one that saves me.
God damn it, we just came out of Wonderwall. I'm still not picking it up.
The name and the artist would still be on your screen right now. Oh,
Picked it up at all.
That was nice. I love when this happens.
No.
It's tiebreak time.
Okay.
My God.
Oh my God. Third song, final song. Who's going to take home the chocolates?
Hazy,
Go on.
Oh, no.
that would be Britney Spears Toxic.
Well done. Told you this week they were pretty easy. You guys both did well, but Hazy did win.
I will have the grace and the dignity to say well done this week. That was very good.
Thank
Very
you very
quick
much.
from Andrew this week, and Bobby gets a
Well
cinema
done,
pass.
Bobby.
On your Bobby!
Yeah, well, I'm big dog.
Oh, good man. You know what's frustrating me, Joes?
What?
Is you came in, you were so beautiful and humble. You just silenced all the arrogance that was my mouth.
Oh my God.
Oh,
I
thank
had
God for
all
that.
this stuff lined up.
Hey, Kerry, apologies.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Do you know what, Kerry? Guess what? We spoke to you on air. You're on the standby list for Coldplay.
That's right.
Good.
Yeah.
That's nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Kerry, I'll come around to your place tonight. We'll have a few margaritas and cry together.
Does bring the score to 12-24, officially doubled.
There you go. It's quite the statistic.
Gen Z Aussies are so afraid of job interviews, they're taking their parents off.
No, they're not.
I just...
1 in 4.
One in
1 in 4.
What?
Yeah. That's a stat.
I thought you say like one as in once in a while.
No.
1 in 4?
No, 1 in 4.
That's so many people.
I know. So Tammy Ballas is a specialist recruiter and she said there's a new thing. They say I've got interview anxiety. This isn't my safe space, therefore I'm not going to do it, or I'm going to take my parents.
Oh,
Can you very imagine turning up to a job interview with mum? Oh, God. And mums are embarrassing at the best of times. You know what I mean? Let alone a job interview.
Yeah.
And what about when they get to what are their weaknesses? Oh, well, she never cleans her room.
Or they go the other way. They're like, my son is the best person in the world. He should be Prime Minister. I've been saying that for years.
And you're just sitting in your chair being like, shut up, Mum.
Mum, stop
Shut up,
embarrassing
Dad."
me. Oh, yeah, he didn't play AFL because of politics.
thanks, Deirdre.
Thanks, Deirdre Hayes.
Thanks, Mum. Appreciate it.
So, yes, Miss Ballas believes the major challenge for the younger generation is their sense of entitlement and desire to take shortcuts. It just makes me think on 13 24 10, please get involved in this. What are you making your parents do that you should do yourself?
Yeah.
Are you not putting on your big girl pants or your big boy pants? Are you not taking responsibility for your own actions?
Yeah. What's mum and or dad still doing? You're like, I don't know if I should be doing that in adulthood.
Producer Zoe, as we well know, is part of the Gen Z.
And I think everyone gets interview anxiety. It's called being nervous. You don't need to bring your parents.
Also, that's called being an adult.
Yeah, I know. That's embarrassing for my generation. Although, having said that, one of my best friends still gets his mum to book his doctor's appointments.
No, come on.
And he's 27.
27 years old. Grow the you-know-what up.
That is outrageous.
Isn't
Okay. And you just mentioned that your mum, Bindi, what does she do?
Oh, poor Bindi. If she gets a little bit stressed out, sometimes her mum will come over and do her washing for her.
And how old's her mum?
86. At least she's offering to do that.
It's keeping her active.
That's right.
Okay. So if you get on air, we're going to put you on the standby list to see Coldplay in Sydney. That's flights, accommodation, everything for the Spheres World Tour. So please get involved in this conversation. Yeah. It's worth that just to dob yourself in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. 13 24 10. Things your parents still do for you now. Producer Zoe has left the room. What I would say is that next time Producer Zoe goes for a job, and if it's a male employer, yeah, bring Bindi.
Bindi's hot. Okay. If you're a new listener to this show and you're not across the narrative, Bindi is real hot.
13 24 10. The things your parents are still doing for you, tell us next, and we'll put you on the standby list for Coldplay in Sydney.
Zoe walks in with Bindi. Hired.
Things your parents still do for you. Alarmingly, 1 in 4 Gen Zers will take a parent with them to a job interview?
I can't even comprehend this. Oh, my God. We're Gen Zers, we love you. We love you because you're ballsy.
Yeah.
Because you're doing stuff that we never would have had the gumption to do, like take mum to a job interview.
Job interview anxiety is a real thing.
Oh, yeah, apparently, according to this new study. And it's just extraordinary, isn't it?
You just sort of feel like, though, there's some situations where you've got to leave mum and dad at home.
Well,
and really put the pants on, have a crack.
Big girl pants on or your big boy pants on. Let's go to Stacey from Lindog. Stacey, thank you for being brave enough to tell us all what your mum still does for you that you really should be doing yourself.
She still makes my lunch every day for work.
Okay, great. So what do you must be 12, 13 years old, are you? How old are you?
I'm turning 31 next month.
Okay, yeah. But I'm guessing she must still live with you at least then, wouldn't she, Stacey?
No, I own my own house. I live on my own.
Yeah.
With my son, who wants to say hi to Hazy. Hi, Hazy.
How are you, my friend?
And I work with my dad, so she makes it and he brings it to work.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
And so, Stacey, what is she packing for you for lunch?
Usually it's just like a ham and cheese sandwich or a ham and cucumber. Just cheese and cucumber.
Yeah.
Just a sandwich.
That'll do.
That's so cute.
But they know that if I don't do it, I'll either not eat or I'll buy my lunch.
Yeah.
There you go.
It'd be expensive.
You drive a hard bargain there, Stacey. Hey, Stacey, from me and Jodie and everyone here, can you say a big hi to Boston because he's an absolute little champion?
Hey, Boston. Say hi. Hi.
Good man. Good man. What a guy.
That's good stuff. I love Stacey's stance on this. Like, if you don't make me lunch, Mum, I just won't eat.
I won't eat.
Yep.
I was like, well, you've put me in a tough place here, so I guess I'm making you lunch each and every day.
Here's your ham and cucumber, doll.
Oh, that is nice. 13 24 10, the things that your parents still do for you.
Let us know. And we'll put you on the standby list to go and see Coldplay in Sydney.
We're going to speak to a young man by the name of Kieran next, and I can absolutely relate to this.
Okay.
Something that his parents still do for him to this day.
Okay.
We'll speak to Kieran next. Keep the calls coming through. What do your parents still do for you? Things your parents still do for you off the back of Gen Zers taking their parents to interviews. 1 in 4 will take their parents to a job interview.
That is completely and utterly insane. So we're doing this morning, 13 24 10. Please let us know what mummy and daddy are still doing for you, even though you know deep down in your soul you should be doing it yourself. Let's go to Sue from Sturt. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning, guys.
And you're playing the role of mum in this situation.
I certainly am, and a tad frustrated one.
Mm.
My 20-year-old, who is currently residing interstate, calls me very regularly when she has any kind of issue. Recently, it was a medical issue, and what do I say when I get to the chemist?
Yeah.
So I told her what to say, and then she rang me back, and I said, how'd you go? She said, oh, no, I did very well. I walked in and I found it on the shelf myself. I didn't have to say anything.
Oh. So good.
That's right. I wish I was shocked, Sue, but I sort of find myself in a similar situation. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do to go to the doctors and to the chemist.
But the question is, why ask if you're not going to take the advice?
Oh.
That's true. It's a good point. And don't you enter into this conversation, because I have it on very good authority. Your wife was concerned about leaving you alone for 4 days to go to Fiji. She was like, I don't think he even knows how to use the dishwasher. And it turns out you don't even know how to use the washing machine. Did you not FaceTime your wife to say, how do I operate this thing?
Yes, I did. Very brave by me. Because it opens up for so much ridicule. I could have Googled it.
Yeah.
A YouTube video.
Yeah.
Instead, just a quick FaceTime call to Cara. Sure, it's embarrassing, but
Yep.
you've got to bite down on that and realise it's for a greater good, because I don't want to flood the house.
Are you a Gen Zer? Is that the takeaway from this? Because I
Maybe
can't believe you
have
haven't used your own washing machine in your own home.
I think I have the lack of maturity of a youngster
That
in a
is
40-year-old's body.
mortifying.
The worst of both worlds. Great.
Thank you so much, Sue. Let's go to Kieran from Finland. Good morning, Kieran.
Good morning.
Good morning. What are your parents
How we
doing
doing?
for you? Yeah, we're good. What are your mum and dad doing for you that you should be doing yourself?
Well, every single year without fail, my mum buys me a brand new pack of underwear.
Yes.
And Link Africa.
Lynx Africa. Hey, Kira, do you find that the issue with Lynx Africa is that you spray it on and then all of a sudden there's like 10, 15 girls just climbing all over you?
Yeah.
Like, how much of an issue is that?
It's just too much to fight off. I'm a scaffolder as well, so
Yeah.
that just adds to it.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
I mean,
Can you still buy Lynx Africa? Is that a
well,
thing?
apparently you can. But at least when the Lynx Africa kicks in and it works with the ladies, you've got fresh underwear on, am I right, Kieran?
Oh, spot on there, Kira. There you go. Mum is setting you up for an almighty win.
Mum's effectively picking up on Kieran's behalf.
That's good.
That's great.
She's really, really encouraging this sort of behaviour.
This is most awesome.
The most awesome.
Jodie and Hazy presents Adelaide's Most Awesome.
Best pizza.
The best kind of pizza.
Best pizza in the city, the best pizza on the street.
Boy, oh boy, it turns out people in Adelaide really, well and truly love their pizza.
And very passionate about their pizza as well. We had literally hundreds of nominations for Adelaide's Most Awesome Pizza, but there can only be 5 finalists, am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, you ready?
Oh, gosh.
In
Kick
no
us off.
particular order, I have to say our top 5 Adelaide's Most Awesome Pizza finalists are... 1 Sneaky Cheetah in Ridleyton.
Oh, well done. Good stuff, guys. Congrats. I like 1 Sneaky Cheddar as well.
2 Pizza Bite at Redwood Park.
Very
Well
good.
done.
Nice.
Very popular in the east, the old Pizza Bite.
Of course.
Okay, coming in at number 3, Caesar's Pizzeria at Aberfoyle Park.
Yeah. Pizzeria even.
Yep. It's been around for about 20 years. It's owned by Caesar himself.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh, there you go.
That is a crazy fact.
Isn't it? Okay, also, Pizza Peppers in Woodcroft.
Very good. What an establishment.
Super popular down south. They've been around for about 25 years. Well done. And finally, Brasco's Pizzeria. Pizzeria. I can't say it.
Brasco's.
Why don't I say it?
Brasco's Pizzeria in Hectorville. Brasco's Pizzeria.
There we go.
Great little establishment
Well
as well.
done. Very popular Eastern Pizzeria.
Oh, my, very good. Why don't we just change that to Pizza Place? Pizza Places. 1 Sneaky Cheetah, Ridlington. Pizza Bite at Redwood Park. Caesar's Pizzeria.
Oh, there we go.
Aberfoyle Park.
Yeah.
Pizza Peppers in Woodcroft. And Brasco's Pizzeria in Hectorville. Congratulations, guys. There's your top 5.
I'm sorry.
There's your top 5.
Hey, just if we had our time again, I probably would have gotten you to announce those.
I know.
I reckon.
How good's hindsight, seriously.
Yeah.
Jump onto social media at Facebook, Instagram, at Jodie and Hazy. Vote. We want to crown the best pizzeria in Adelaide.
I love speaking to our next guest. I mean, he's dabbled in a little bit of radio, but that's okay. We'll do him live. We'll see if he can get there. But he is starring on The 100 with Andy Lee tonight. It's on After the Block on Channel 9. Good morning, Andy.
Petrified going live on the radio. Thank you guys for cradling me through it. Lovely to chat to you both. How are you?
Oh, we're good. We're good. Normally you hit us up with a few questions about the percentage of Australians doing what, but I've got one for you before we rip into it.
Okay, go for it.
We've just been talking about this. What percentage of Gen Zers are taking their parents to job interviews?
What?
Yeah.
That was our reaction too.
No.
What do you mean?
How many out of 100 Australians are taking their parents because they're scared of job interviews?
Jeepers, no. I mean, my dad, wouldn't come with me, but he'd be the worst person to take anyway because he was a very, very loving dad, but never wanted to come across as being one of those show parents pushing his son to own anything. So if I was ever playing cricket and my dad was the umpire, I was out. It didn't matter what I was doing.
Hit you on the thigh guard. You're out. See ya.
This is, okay, so it's 25%, 1 in 4.
Really?
Isn't that
That
outrageous?
is incredible. Are we talking about, like, when you go for a job at Macca's, or are we talking about adult life?
Genuine adult life.
Yeah.
So we've got stories of 25, 27-year-olds who will bring mum or dad to a job interview. So if you're a bit older, and Andy, I'm not sure how old you are, but if you're the employer, does that feel like a red flag?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll never be an employer, so don't worry about it. But that is a huge red flag. Unless unless you've got celebrity parents, of course, and you've got an opportunity to meet Brad Pitt or someone. They'd probably give him the job.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Well, I'll bring that up on the 100. Not tonight because it's our animal special, so I'm not sure how I'll sneak it in.
Wait,
But-
it's an animal special?
Yes. Animal theme special. We see Hughie dressed as a dog, Abby Chatfield dressed as a rabbit, Mike as a chicken, and we're covering off all the stats on animals.
Great.
Shall I throw a couple at you?
Yes, please.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Jodie versus Hazy.
Yes.
First one is, what percent of Australians won't go in the ocean at all because of sharks?
Oh, jeez. I wonder how much this has shifted in the last sort of few years when sharks are really having a bit of a crack.
Yeah, they're having a real purple patch, the sharks, aren't they?
They've been speaking, and they're sending a really solid message. I'm going to say 36%.
Oh, I reckon it's more than that, Andy. I'm going to say 48%.
Hazy has the first one, 29%. Is that a nice lead?
Okay. All right. Well, the people are braver than I thought.
Yeah, I know. Sharks
Okay,
are like...
what percent of Australians hate dogs?
What?
Nice fun one for you.
What percent of Australians hate dogs? -3%.
Oh,
We do love dogs and nature. I think we've got more dogs than humans, as in pets.
Do we?
Wow.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I reckon it's only very small. 8% hate dogs.
I'm going to say... I'm going to go in a different direction. I'm going to say 17%.
2%. It's all tied up.
Oh!
We do love our dogs.
Damn it.
You should have asked the question, what percentage of Australians hate their cat? Because Hazy hates his cat, Houston. In fact, last week I think you called Houston a D-head.
Yeah, he's just... yeah. So
But
Andy...
cats, I mean, you've got to get that when you have a cat. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's their personality.
Yeah.
They're that, it's fun to have them, but they're not likable.
No.
they're not.
And they're not going to give you anything.
Yeah.
Very obnoxious. And my wife yelling from the other room saying, you can't call the cat a dickhead is a very confronting conversation.
It's like dating a footy player. You know they're going to be a dickhead, but you've got some other outside.
You've just got to put up with the obnoxiousness.
But you look a bit cute, so shut up, don't say anything. And
The money's
stand.
coming in.
Yeah.
Right, the tiebreaker here, the tiebreaker.
Ooh, let's go.
What percent of Australia think dogs should be allowed on plane, domestic flights?
No one wants dogs on planes. Even if you love a dog, you don't want to. Oh, no.
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You go.
I'm going to say 27%.
I could be a real a-hole and go 28%, couldn't I? But I'm not going to.
Causes too, though.
I reckon it's more than that. I don't think people want dogs on planes. I'm going to say 35%.
59%.
Oh, 59%. That's a lot, isn't it?
59, isn't it? I mean, I guess it must be nearly every single dog owner. I'm surprised. I don't really want my dog on a plane.
No.
Because she's spoiled and will demand business class. And little Blinky.
and can you imagine the dog that's sitting in its chair and it puts its seat back? How hated would that dog be?
Panting as well.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Well done. Victory for you. Well done.
Thank you. I very rarely win anything on this show.
I'll take that.
So that's really nice. The 100 with Andy Lee on tonight on Channel 9 after the block. Thank you so much for speaking with us. We love it, as always.
Always a pleasure, guys. Good
Hey, you did that live. Well done.